Good morning, writers. Hope everybody had a great night. Today, when I was thinking about our lesson that we're going to be working on, I was overhearing a conversation that my daughter Julia was having with her friend on the phone about the shark that we saw a couple weeks back. And I remember her telling her friend, yeah, my mom and I were swimming and, right? Like a minute later, when we got out of the water, we heard some little girl yelling shark. And, of course, everybody got up to look to see, and we saw the fin and everything. And I remember thinking about how she was telling that story and how even though she experienced seeing the shark, when she was telling her friend, you couldn't really understand how she felt about it, what her point of view and what her perspective was of the shark. So I was thinking about, if she wrote that story, how might that story go? And I was thinking that it might go something like, my mom and I had just got out of the water when all of a sudden a little girl yelled, "Shark!" We turned to look back in the waves and we saw a fin popping out. I couldn't believe that we had gotten out just in time, right? So you see how it's a little different? Like when you're telling somebody, you're just kind of like clicking off all the big moments that happened. When you're writing it, you're really kind of putting yourself back in that moment and really thinking about the way that you felt and the way that you saw what was happening around you. So for today's lesson, guys, we're going to talk about how we can make sure that we're telling our story from our point of view, the narrator. Remember, we're writing personal narratives, so the narrator in the story is us. And making sure that we're putting ourselves back into our shoes of that time and not retelling our story like we would on a phone conversation to a friend. And we're going to start that right away from the beginning with the lead of our story. So I want to go over some vocabulary words to make sure that we're all on the same page with what we're working on today. So remember, the lead is the beginning of your story. It's how writers grab the attention of their readers right away to keep them reading their story. Perspective, it's the same thing as point of view. It's how you think or how you feel about that moment. So if Julia were to add her perspective of that shark, she might have thought, oh my God, we got out just in the nick of time. That would be like her perspective. And the narrator is the person who is telling the story. It's the person whose voice is being heard throughout the story. So I want to go back to my story that I'm working on about Julia and the sea urchin. And I want to make sure, and you guys can help me with this, I want to make sure that my voice is being heard the whole time, my point of view and my perspective. So here in the black part right here is something that I wrote about, and I want you to think about, am I giving my point of view or is something else happening? So I'm going to read that part to you guys. When Julia reached the beach, she was crying. "Mom, something stung me in the water," she sobbed, holding her knee. Okay, well, thinking about my perspective, I'm not really I'm not telling you how I think, my point of view in this part. It's really all about Julia. I mean, it's got dialogue and things like that, but it's not really at all from my perspective and what I was thinking at that moment that she got out of the water holding her knee. So here in the purple is where I tried to fix it, and I tried to put myself back into the story. It's the same scene, but it's putting myself back into the story. So follow along as I read the purple. As Julia got out of the water, I could see the blood dripping down her leg. Oh my God, I thought in my mind. I took a deep breath to calm myself down and said, "What happened, sweetie?" So I want you just to take a minute to kind of compare the two and see how did I put myself back into the story in the purple? What did I do differently? So take a minute to think about, how did I put myself back into the story? How am I telling my story and not Julia's? Excellent. So I hope you guys noticed that in this part in the black here, this story, this little part of the story, there's no I. I'm not saying anything. I'm not thinking anything. But when we get down here to the purple, you can see right here, I could see the blood. Oh my God, I thought that in my mind. I took a deep breath. So I've got I've got actions, I've got my thoughts, and I've got my dialogue, okay? So let's take a look at this next part of a new story that I'm thinking about working on, about a time that my brother and I went biking. And I want you guys to think about, how am I making sure that the narrator, the person who's telling the story, which is me again, how am I making sure that my voice is being heard? So let's take a look here. So let's take a look at this first part. I stood alongside my bike at the top of the hill. My brother Peter waited as I made up my mind. In front of me lay the road like a ribbon. I'm ready, I thought. I swung my leg up, climbed onto the seat, and pushed off. So how is a narrator's perspective written in this part? And I know that you guys are noticing right away, not just because I highlighted it, but you're noticing that I'm starting with I, right? This is me telling the story, something that I experienced, right? I'm on my bike, and then here, I'm giving you my thoughts. I'm ready, I thought. And right away, I'm giving you my actions. I swung my leg up, climbed onto the seat, and pushed off. So the way that my story is being told there is I'm using I throughout. I'm giving you my thoughts, and I'm giving you some actions there. Okay? So I want you to see in the next part, especially when we get to the green, how did I move away from my perspective that I set up here in the first part? Something darted in front of me. I swerved to avoid it, lost my balance, and headed straight for a bush on the grass. And so far, that's all me. I swerved, I lost my balance, right? Now, let's pay attention to this green part here. Peter shouted, "Watch out for the..." Before he finished his sentence, I was in the bush. Okay, so who's shouting there? Peter is, right? Let's look at this next part. Peter ran toward me, and when he saw I was okay, laughed the kind of laugh that makes you cry. So, notice the part that I have highlighted in green. Is that my point of view? Is that my perspective? Or is that somebody else's? Yeah, you're right. That's my brother's. That's not my perspective, right? He's shouting. He's running toward me. He's laughing, right? So I moved out of my perspective and I went into my brother's. So to fix that, I would have to make sure that I did like I did at the beginning, and that I'm the one thinking, oh my God, watch out for the bush, as I crashed into the bush. And that when my brother runs toward me, he sees me not crying and bloody, but laughing hysterically at the fact that I fell off my bike into a bush, right? So remember, when we are writing our stories, we want to make sure that we're the central character in the story all the time. So today, guys, when you go off, I want you to think about right away the beginning of your story and how you can set up your perspective right away, your point of view right away. Maybe you start in the middle of an action that you are doing, right? Like maybe you were sweeping the floor, or maybe you were making your bed. Maybe you were riding your bike in Prospect Park. Whatever it is, your action that you are doing. Maybe you start with something that you were thinking, right? Maybe you were thinking, oh, I got to clean this floor. It's so messy. I'm going to sweep. My mom will be so happy, right? Or maybe it's something that you said. Maybe you start with a conversation that you had with your brother, or a conversation that you had with your friend. Whatever it is, be sure that you keep yourself in the story the whole time. So as you're writing, I want you to keep reading your story and making sure that you didn't do like I did here, where you stepped out of your story for a minute, but you stay in your story the whole time. And if you write in your notebook, or you write on a Google document, make sure after you finish writing today that you reread. And if any place you stepped out of your story, put yourself back into your story and make sure it's your story that's being told. I can't wait to read what you guys write. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.